Pretty much, I'm just adjusting uh my face. Everything is all clear and good. Huh. Yeah, briefly just say my mouth, just only my mouth. Let me actually push the camera to see if it will fix. Alright. Still looking now. Alright, that should be good. Oh, actually, it seems pretty perfect. Let me see though. Okay. It looks like every time I just have to adjust my camera, but just because of the mount, which is just the case for the camera, is over the edge, so it keeps on slipping. Well, anyhow. I'm just had to also adjust my room divider for my office space. So anywho, all right. I got that window volume, video, chat. Well, chat is always chat. So let's go with what's going on day by day, and whatever rises, rise. Not to worry. I pretty much have my severe weather terminology wiki, and I'm going to finish it. Well, it's really just the resources are left. Besides that, it's just summarizing everything I went through. Yeah, NWS. That's just ingrained in my mind that it just stands for National Weather Service. Anywho, you have this entire big long list that are just the warning signs and abbreviations for each event that occurs that the National Weather Service reports and categorizes. But other than there's also the other hazards, which is still pretty long, and also non-meteorological hazards and administration messages. It takes all this time until we get here, and that's like half of the article. Wind and tropical cyclones. Pretty much have a spreadsheet showing case all the flag signals and the speeds. As you can see through here is that these flags are used to actually deduce by the naked eye visibly in person how fast and what speed or how strong it's likely around. So yeah, along with hazard awareness, you have all this, which, man, hazardous weather risk, it should have been included up front, but yeah, that's just not how it's organized. But yeah, you have the watch, you have the warning, and you have the statement, which out of all this, actually the most important part I actually learned about what they look in general in each natural risk from weather occurs. Outlook, advisory, emergency, watch, warning, and statement. Then you can have convective outlook categories. I'm still a little confused about that, but I just remember this table spreadsheet that showcases the color codings. Now you have the warning impact statements. Yep. Another sheet. Which, it's a bit confusing. It's a little bit out of place for me. So, yeah. Then there's media distribution, which it doesn't seem it doesn't include anything. It seems pretty limited, but oh well. But there's the hail diameter sizes, which I actually learned a lot. This spreadsheet is very important to me, visualizing the measurements of hail that can go from a small little pea, like here, to a softball, which just has that woman here, but grapefruit has a picture here. the size of a grapefruit. So softball will be quite large, but more heavier because softballs in reality are pretty soft compared to like a regular baseball. Yeah. Also, if anyone's interested, it doesn't just have any imperial measurements like the P being 0.2, but also in metrics is 0.6. So you have all of these and stuff. Before wind scale, yeah, you have that. Then you have categories on here, and then you have the hurricane watch right here. Now we're on to this. So, what are these? Emergency Alert System, Glossary of Climate Change, Glossary of Environmental Science, Glossary of Meteorology. So, from this article, I don't feel like I want to read about entire list, glossary list on anything. Weather, maybe. This just tires me out. I gotta stimulate the senses so I could actually read more without feeling dull. What I'm covering each time I stream. Now, list of climate change topics, list of severe weather phenomena. We covered that somewhat. Local storm report, National Weather Service, National Weather Service bulletin for New Orleans region. In general, considered the most serious word NWS forecast ever issued. Done so the day before Hurricane Katrina. NOAA Weather Radio, Severe Terminology Canada, Severe Weather Terminology Japan, Specific Area Message Encoding, References. You have all these references right here. And now you have external links, NWS Directive System, National Weather Service Glossary Terms, NWS Southern Region Glossary of Tropical Storm Terms, National Weather Service, Louisville, Kentucky, yada yada yada. I'm pretty much saying all this because of the voice I'm comfortably putting on, but it is a bit awkward. I think whenever I just have to put on the voice, I have to just keep it there, which that's a struggle. If and I'm pretty much trying to act natural and stuff, I still have to keep this voice. So yeah, that's the thing that is a bit trouble. But oh well, that's voice acting, I believe. Yeah. Anywho. So something I just want to go afterwards. Also, anything that's highlighted. No, I already looked through there. No. But I just going to briefly, and this is going to be briefly, go to severe weather terminologies for Canada and Japan. I'm going to read the freaking thing in its entirety. Because what is it? Okay. Zoom. Okay, yeah. 1 through 4. Yay, weather warnings. You have all this. I'm not gonna cover that. But yeah. This article has multiple issues. Please help improve it or discuss these issues on the talk page. How and when to remove these template messages. This article needs additional citations for verification. This article possibly contains original research. No original research. Verification. So, what is this supposed to say? Yeah, no original research. Okay, so yeah, this article possibly contains no original research. Or, actually, no. I'm most likely reading it as well. Articles must not contain original research. The phrase original research is used by Wikipedia to refer to materials such as facts, allegations, and ideas for which no reliable published sources exist. Yep. This includes any analysis or synthesis of published material that serves to reach or imply a conclusion not stated by the sources. Because the reality is that Wikipedia is just an encyclopedia And the thing with the encyclopedia is that it's not primary sources. It's not any source. It's just the general uh, facts on something that is inherently true. So if it contains original work that it hasn't been verified, then who's to say it's reality? It's closest to a theory where, a theory is developed because if you have a sufficient amount of data that would support a hypothesis or an idea that the experimentation it works, but it has to be verified with so many people that it's a real world fact. And that's the thing with encyclopedias, where I just talked about it. Where the thing with Wikipedia is that you're not supposed to source it at all. They're not supposed to source any encyclopedias at all. I mean, this is not just Wikipedia, but people actually still get confused when they also heard the other reason where people actually end up putting their own edits, changes in an article. But in the first place, you're still not able to not put in encyclopedia. You can use a source, but you can't reference it and stuff like that because it's just not a primary source. That's the reality. The thing you could do is go to the resources under here as an example and look through the actual page here, and it's actually a primary source. This is a government website, which depending on what you want to refer or not refer. So I go with the realm of academics. It can be in the vague area towards it, but all intents and purposes, you can use this as a primary source. This government website, it's more validity to use a news article than an encyclopedia. But people even do that with Britannica. But the reality is, it's not a correct way to reference actual sources and stuff. And that's what I do when it comes to wiki pages. Like, I put the references in and those the sources in order to actually create validity towards an article and its materials, especially for people who really want to look at the content of it and try to use it in their works. Not just school, but also several other things. Oh, I wonder if my nose actually shows. Briefly. Oh yeah, I might as well just play around with with my face. Alright. I'm still here and still want to finish this. Alright, this article describes severe weather technologies by the Meteorological Service of Canada, a branch of the Environment and Climate Change Canada. The article primarily describes various weather warnings and their criteria. Related weather scales and general weather terms are also addressed in this article. Some terms are specific to certain regions. Alrighty. Yeah, you have warning categories of watches, warnings, special weather statements, and on or advisories. Yeah, it should have been this for the United States. I'm surprised they only had 3: watches, warnings, and advisories. Alright. Weather warnings. Along with local scale, summer severe weather, severe thunderstorm watch, same, severe thunderstorm warning, tornado watch, tornado warning, hurricane and other tropical systems, tropical storm watch, TRA, tropical storm warning, TRY, hurricane watch, HOA, hurricane warning, HUW, storm surge warning, winter weather, winter storm watch, WSA, winter storm warning, WSW, okay, whatever. Blizzard warning, snowfall warning, yada yada yada, snow squall, freezing rain. Snow squalls, yeah. That wasn't shown by the United States. But you have general warnings, winter warning, HWW, rainfall warning, heat warning, extreme cold warning, Arctic outflow warning, dust storm warning, storm surge warning, weather warning. So the Arctic outflow warning. An Arctic outflow warning is based on the combination of wind and speed and temperatures which produce wind chills at least -20 Celsius, -4 Fahrenheit for at least 6 hours during the winter, when very cold Arctic breaks from the interior mainland of British Columbia and spills out through mountain gaps and forges. In geography of forge is a long, narrow inlet with steep sides or cliffs created by glacier. There are many forges on the coast of Alaska, Antarctica, British Columbia, Chile, Denmark, Greenland, and Faroe Islands, Iceland, Ireland. And expected to be Chile and Ireland. Interesting. But yeah, the Arctic seems a thing that does occur in very cold places or have cold region. But you know, that's the thing with Canada, it's literally close to the Arctic Ocean. But yeah, you have all these marine warnings, strong wind, glade warning, storm warning, squall warning, tsunami advisory, tsunami warning, tsunami watch, areas covered by tsunami alerts, east, west coast. The East Coast sure has a lot of places that's covered. Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, and Labrador, areas of Quebec next to the St. Lawrence River estuary, and Gulf of St. Louis. Besides, Brest Coast just has British Columbian coast and inlets. Alright, so the estuary of St. Lawrence River. Yeah, it's... I figured that if I actually read something with my with my voice, and then trying to add another voice is easy to pronounce than just starting out first place challenges, but that's how it is. But yeah, the St. Lawrence River estuary. What a beautiful river. The St. Lawrence River is a large river in the middle latitudes of North America. The St. Lawrence River flows in a roughly northeasterly direction, connecting the Great Lakes with the Atlantic Ocean and forming the primary drainage outflow of the Great Lakes Basin. Alrighty, you have all this. Okay, related skills in their environment. Okay, I'm gonna peruse a bit more. Oh, okay. I need America. Then you have your skills, Fujita and Starfry Simpson. Yay, now let's go to Japan. Alright, I'm just gonna peruse all this. Yep. Okay, yes, just a bunch of list. Now. Severe weather terminology of Japan. This article describes the Japan Meteorological Agency, GMA. Severe weather terminology. The GMA defines precise meanings for nearly all of its weather terms and the information for severe weather preparation. Bonsai Kyusho Jouho. This article describes GMA terminology and related GMA weather scales. Some terms may be specific to certain regions. Onwards to contents. Warning categories, meteorological warnings, seismological warnings, along with 4 through 6. See also notes and references. Warning categories. Severe weather bulletins are issued by the advisory as an advisory or a warning depending on the risk or severity of the event. Less severe events that could be a cause for concern will be issued as a bulletin or an advisory. Advisories, warnings, emergency warnings, and bulletins. Meteorological warnings, then general warnings. Okay, let me just read all these meteorological warnings. Weather advisories and warnings are issued with potential hazardous weather is occurring or in forecast for the short-term period. General warnings, due to its local scale nature, and advisories typically issued in advance for public forecast areas where conditions may be favorable for the development of severe weather. A warning is issued for areas where severe weather is imminent or occurring. Now you have advisories, warnings, marine warnings, typhoons or tropical depressions, and flood forecasting. gale and snow, heavy raining, thunderstorm, dry ice, frost, high waves, warning for storm, storm surge, high waves, floods, and then warning for near gale, dense fog, sea swell, typhoons, typhoon information, and flood forecasting, Kozu Yoho. Alright, let me just peruse here for a second. Perusing here too, which is a lot of references. Then you have external links, National Weather Service, yep, that's pretty much the United States. National Weather Service glossary terms, yes, there's a lot of them. Well, that's a lot. Well, we have finished for the United States. I wonder what other links is still here. Because I already covered through here. Well, let me backtrack. Weather radio, specific area message encoding. How is this related to weather? Is a protocol used for framing and classification of broadcast emergency warning messages. It was developed by the United States National Weather Service for use on its NOAA Weather Radio (NWR) network and was later adopted by the Federal Communications Commission for the Emergency Alert System. I know that I'm also losing my deep voice due to me not sticking with a slow cadence of it versus me actually talking. And the way I talk is a pretty high cadence, especially me just rapidly reading. Like, it is also used to set off receivers in Mexico City and surrounding areas as part of the Mexican Seismic Alert System. Seismic. SEISMIC in the middle of SE and IS in seismic is pretty confusing because the I is pretty silent. All that stands for SASMEX. Mex would be Mexico, generally, because that's the abbreviation of the country. But Seismic Alert System. So, Seismic Alert System, Mexico. So yeah, they all have this, but this looks like it's actually part of North America. Should I just peruse all this? Nah, this is related to encoding and stuff. That's something I want to cover later on. And let me actually look at the external links, see what's related to. That is weird. It's not. It doesn't mention in part when it comes to radios, but I guess it's the protocol related to broadcasting instead of just broadcasting and radioing in the first place. That's the thing about it. Oh yeah, it's a thing. All right, that's good. Okay, let me get. Yeah, it looks like they actually might be in perfect position. For once. Oh well. I have around 5 minutes, so what should I do? I did hear a Kotaku article related to them talking about microtransactions, so I might as well just search that up. And let me get a picture of Fluffy and the cat here. Alrighty. Oh, this feels awkward, yet this is not sticking out much. Weird. Maybe this is just the position of my head next to the camera. Okay. Oh, let's look at it. Ooh, let's see if there's anything related to that. You know what? Let me actually just read this. The because I watched some gameplay of freaking Fallujah, 6 Days Fallujah, and events with that. Other than that, they don't have any summon scene. They pretty much have Yukama Nakamura. Okay. Talks about her new studio while exploring spooky buildings. It's interesting how it could be actually related news, even though pretty much when she appeared, and it was like years ago. It's weird. It was actually a time where people actually go to conventions in person. Leave it that. But yeah, this is the article I just want to cover. So, yeah, got this. Oh yeah, I might as well use my voice. Other voice. You don't have to run the exclusive review for the War Crime game. Alright. Okay, let me bruise for a second. Let me look at this. Okay. Okay, they actually have something quoted on this. No, I just use my voice here in the first paragraph. Reboot. 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 War Crime Simulator. Reboot. Reboot War Crime Simulator 6 Days of Fallujah got its official gameplay reveal yesterday in a new trailer that seems to confirm some people's criticism of the game as one-sided propaganda for the US war machine. The trailer was debuted exclusively by IGN, the same website that just days earlier ran an in-depth report on the problems surrounding the game and the apparent one-sidedness with which it would make a playable documentary out of one of the deadliest sieges in the United States invasion of Iraq. You know what, the voice... last time I streamed, I had more of a gay, flamboyant noise. That's not really that nasally. So, but it was considerate. So, should I just do it? Yeah. Let me practice it. Playable documentary out of one of the deadliest sieges in the United States invasion of Iraq. United States military veteran St. Jason Kyle and the developers at Victoria and Highwire Games walk you through the first ever gameplay video of 6 Days in Fallujah, the tactical first-person shooter with procedural generated mission space based on real-life events from 2004's Second Battle for Fallujah in the Iraq War. End quote. IGN's description of the free publicity plus subsidy reads. Alright, so let me look at ones I missed. Victoria and Highwire Games. Victoria and Highwire Games. Alright. Description of the free publicity reads. The video focuses on the squad tactics you use to break into people's homes and clear them of enemies. It highlights how layouts will constantly change to capture the feelings of not knowing what you find every time you step into a new room. The gameplay ends with the player busting in the room where a family of 4 hides in the corner hoping to not get murdered. Oh, okay. Well, well, I take it that when it comes to voice acting, people have slow cadence when it comes to speaking fast, speaking not that fast. Because, some people are like that, but, something you gotta learn. Well, anyway, take care.